Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. Call it like we see it podcast. We have three of us here tonight, part of the show. I don't really know where everybody else is at this point. Jim's jet setting somewhere in the Southwest United States. Chris is handling some stuff, and Zach's just running late. He'll probably be here a little bit later. So we've got myself, Coach Halley. We've got Jason Jarvis here as well. I believe there's another little Jarvis in there somewhere running around. He may join us later as a special guest, but there he is. How you doing, bud? So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We'll talk some maybe a little bit of Cardinals baseball. We've got some things we're try to figure this out as we go. A little Cardinals baseball, maybe a little district basketball coming up for a lot of schools. Maybe some spring training. But we're going to start today off with the greatest of all things, Americans and hockey. So, because we're coming off two Olympic gold medals for the United States, two dramatic gold medals with both the women and the men, both overtime wins. It's just, I don't think you watched the game, Jason. I got up early to watch the game. I didn't want to miss that. I got my coffee and my breakfast in the living room while watching the game. I missed the overtime. Was it Sunday morning? Was it Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday morning. I missed the overtime goal in the men's game because I had to go open up the gym for K through second grade basketball at Our Lady's. They couldn't hold off
right
long
there.
enough. Yeah, I was a half a minute away from the darn gym and getting my phone turned on so I could watch it, and they scored while I was in between there. But
I got to see all the highlights. Yeah, I got to see all the highlights. I got to see all the highlights, and I did not watch it. We had Weston was really sick with influenza A, and Friday night we had to go to the hospital at like 1 a.m. He had 105 fever, and so I was trying to recoup some sleep on Sunday morning, and so I did not get to see it. But I mean, I did get to watch all the highlights, and the goalie Hellebuck was stellar, man. 41 saves. The third period desperation stick save against Devin. Was it Toes or Toes?
Taves.
Huh?
Taves.
It's terrible. I don't know how to say the guy's name, but he had an awesome save against him and Connor McDavid and others. I mean, the goalie, he kind of outshined our goalie, didn't he?
I'm going to say I thought the two goalkeepers were probably the two best players in that game, because I thought even Bennington had a really good game in that game. So those two, Hellebuck just made more sense. Hellebuck had an assist too. I think he had an assist on the overtime winner.
I mean, Yeah, the two goalies were fun to watch. I got to watch a few of the other games, and I'm not. I'm gonna admit that I was rooting against Canada the whole time. Sorry, Bennington, but I, them Canadians. I want them to lose anyway. But made it for an entertaining gold match there, and man, hey, we're not getting a lot of things right in America right now, but man, it kind of united us for one day.
Yeah, it was, okay, so there was a lot of things that were kind of lining up in the stars in this one. It's the 46th anniversary of the
That's a
Miracle on
miracle.
Ice.
Yeah.
This was by no means a miracle on ice, because this was a bunch of professionals doing their thing. One of the best teams in the world wasn't actually even there. The Russians did not have a team in the Olympics. So it was a little bit different, but we got to see a lot of really, really good things. The tribute to Gaudreau at the end, with them bringing his two kids onto the ice, was kind of a special moment of the Olympics.
Yeah, bringing his
Hockey
number
sense.
13 jersey onto the ice and everything. That was a good tribute.
Yeah, so I mean, it would have been, because he would have been on this team. So I think just seeing the whole thing was just, it was really kind of a cool thing to watch, because like you said, we haven't gotten a whole lot right in America recently, but man, did we get hockey right for a 2-week period. So on that side note, I will say the couple of Blues that were in the Olympics did show out pretty well. I think Pius Suter had a couple of goals for Switzerland. Dalibor Dvorsky was probably one of the breakout players of the tournament. He had I think 3 or 4 goals and a couple of assists for Slovakia. Bennington had a really good tournament for Canada. Now, whether all of this translates back when they get to St. Louis tomorrow night when they open up versus the Kraken, that'll be interesting to see. But
Doubt it.
I think we talked about in our group chat, it's really easy for Bennington to look much better for Team Canada because of the defenders in front of him versus who he has here in St. Louis in front of him. But one of those defenders, Parayko, had a lot of ice time for Canada in playing this during the Olympics. So I just hope some of that carries over when they get back to St. Louis, they're not far out of a playoff spot. They just need to go on a run to kind of get themselves back into it.
Yeah, it marked I think the men's third, if I'm not mistaken, the U.S. men's hockey third gold medal achieved.
Yeah.
But I think it was the first with an NHL player roster.
It was the first gold medal since 1980.
Yeah, the first one since 1980. Didn't our women's also win?
Yep.
And didn't they also defeat Canada?
Yes, defeated Canada, had a spectacular overtime goal.
And it was 2-1.
2-1 in overtime.
Yeah, also 2-1 victory. I thought it was very amusing watching all the Canadians complain about the 3-on-3 overtime crying.
They don't see. Well, I will say this, and it's so even in the NHL, and they used NHL officials for the Olympic Games too. Even in the NHL, when it comes to playoff time, they ditch 3-on-3 hockey, and you play 5-on-5 until you get a goal. I wonder why they did that in the Olympics too. Unless it's to prevent more injuries, but we had a couple of big injuries come out of the Olympics that'll affect teams. Sidney Crosby is going to be out for 4+ weeks after hurting his leg. One other player early had to be carted off the ice. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of banged up players coming back to their teams.
Yep.
If you're an owner and we kind of saw a different setup with the WBC with baseball. If you're a owner of a hockey team, how worried are you in the future about letting your star
Oh,
players go play in the Olympics?
you got to be just worried the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know, because like even we had a lot, we've had a lot of players drop out of the WBC because they can't get insurance
I mean,
in
you
order
got
to play in it.
Connor McDavid. I mean, you lose Connor McDavid.
Yeah, it's already bad enough the Penguins are losing Sidney Crosby for 4+ weeks.
Yeah, it's
my wife's really worried. We bought tickets to go see the Penguins play the Blues when they come to town in mid-April, and we're hoping. The only reason my wife wants to is she's been a big Sidney Crosby fan since he came into the league, and she wanted to see him play. And she was not happy this morning when the news came out that he was going to be put on IR and might be out for 4+ weeks, that he may not be able to play when they come to St. Louis in April.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was a lot of physical play, even in that fight for gold there, and in the game. Team USA overcame a 5-3 penalty kill in that second period that could have really, the Canadians really squandered an opportunity there in the second period where they should have, probably scored a goal or two, and the United States really stuck it out there and made it through that period unscathed, and it could have been dire straits there for the United States.
Yeah,
and,
I think that penalty kill, that 5-on-3 for almost a minute 40, I think minute 30, probably was the key point in the game. If the Canadians score there, I think they end up winning. But I think not scoring and getting the PK will probably in finishing the penalty kill probably really help the U.S. Moving forward in that. David, your brother brings up a great question. We talked a lot about Bennington. Will he even be in goal tomorrow night?
I know that I was thinking the same thing, Willie. I don't know.
I think they're going to. I think he probably will be in goal. I think they're going to he played well enough during that tournament. I think the Blues are at their best when Bennington is in goal and playing well. And I think you have to see if you can get him to be the Bennington of old, like the Bennington that came back from the Four Nations Cup last year, when he was much, much, much better after that tournament. I think you almost have to find out if that's who you're going to get. So,
yeah, it's tough. Our defense is so bad for the Blues that, I don't even like to talk about the Blues.
So, well, did you watch anything Olympic then? I'll ask.
I haven't watched much at all of the Olympics. I mean, it's been crazy with basketball this year, and it's been a good thing, but I get done with school and then I'd have to drive to Fox, and then Tara Lynn's had the flu, Weston's had the flu. It's been kind of crazy at my house the last week or so. So I have not gotten to watch any Olympics other than a little bit of hockey, and that's been it.
Yeah, I really kind of got into some other parts of the Olympics that I'm a huge curling fan. I love watching curling.
Gosh, so boring.
I actually got to last summer, actually 2 summers ago, wasn't last summer. My wife and I got to go do learn to curl at Creve Coeur Ice Rink. One summer, somebody gave it to us as a Christmas gift, and it's one of the coolest things we've ever done. To go up there, and we spent I think 2.5 hours just learning how to curl, being on the ice, doing all those things. That was that's legit.
Were you in skates?
No, you're in shoes, and they give you kind of like these little things that you slide onto your shoes So you wear your regular tennis shoes and you're just kind of like you're able to slide on the ice and do some things. They don't wear skates. They slide. They have special shoes that have discs on the bottom.
I haven't. That tells you how much I've paid attention to curling.
Yeah, it's not flat ice like on hockey. It's pebbled ice, so
Oh,
that
really?
yeah. So like the
Is that why you're
stones,
brushing? That's what you're brushing out of the way then?
yeah, you're just what you're doing with the brushing is you're actually melting part of the ice in front of you, so that the stone will slide further or curl more or those types of things.
Hell, I didn't even know that's what they were doing. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, so they like when you curl, they don't finish the ice with a Zamboni. They actually finish it with like a hose, so you get like little bubbles on it, and it's and the stones can slide better. You can slide better on it and have more control. So that was cool. And then I really started watching. I hadn't done it before, but I got into bobsledding.
Now, bobsledding is fun. I mean, what was the movie with the Jamaican bobsleds?
Yeah, cool runnings.
Cool runnings, man. Back then, I really got into watching it a little bit, but I haven't watched any of that stuff.
Yeah, so it's those ice track type of sports, whether it be bobsled, skeleton, luge.
In the
Can you
luge, that thing like really tiny that they're on? Like, is that the one?
Yeah, it's basically it's everybody that's ever gone sledding in their front yard likes to think that they can luge. Yeah, and but it's like no. Then you got skeleton, which is luge but head forward.
Yeah, that's
which is even more crazy than anything else. It's
man, as fast as they're going, I'm like, holy crap.
And then I don't know, there's like paired luge where one's laying on top of the other one, and hard pass on that one. Yeah, I wonder where somebody came up with. I wonder where they came up with some of these sports from time to time. So
yeah, that whole laying on top of each other, and then they're having to work their bodies. You're really gonna have to be in sync with your partner.
Yeah, and yes. So, well, they closed the book on the 2026 Olympics. We're opening the book, the start towards the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. I don't know. In the Summer Olympics, I'm already looking forward to the Summer Olympics. I'm looking forward to warmer weather here in the next couple of weeks. But with warmer weather and Summer Olympics, do you look forward to this? I know you didn't get it. Basketball season's different. Summer Olympics tend to be in the summer. Do you get a chance to do any of that when it comes to the Summer Olympics?
I'll watch a little bit of it, but I'm not into the Olympics much.
Okay. I'm sure basketball probably, those types of things.
I'll watch basketball, but I'm just not. I mean, the Olympic Games just don't thrill me a whole lot.
Yeah. Well,
they just don't. That's one thing I'm not too interested in. I watch some of the track and field when there's, when they got I like to watch the major races. Man, I like to watch the 400 because I think that's one of the hardest races ever. Because that's you are just a dead sprint for a lap, but nowadays the mile's a dead sprint for 4 laps anymore. So I do like to watch some of the track and field events. They are fun to watch, but I'm so busy anymore. Now I will sit and watch a baseball game though. It's pretty sad. I'll sit and watch a baseball game, but I won't sit and watch the Olympics.
I'm hopefully getting a chance to maybe go because the Olympic soccer is going to be in St. Louis in 2028. I know that's not your cup of tea, but I'm hoping I get to go maybe see an Olympic game here.
I will admit, I do want to go check out the St. Louis soccer game up there at the Energize. Yeah, I do want to go check one out. I mean, I went to what was the team that the Steamers, I guess,
way back Ambush.
Yeah. Ambush. I went to an ambush. I took Dylan and Jill when they were really young to an ambush game, I think. Would Ambush have been around when they were really young? I think it would have been Ambush.
Yeah, and there's the Ambush are still around. They just play out in St. Charles now.
Yeah, I took them to Ambush game. Well, they both played soccer. I mean, I mean, they both played on the same team at one point. It was out there at the Elks with the Park Rec. That was a funny time when Jill and Dylan were on the same soccer team. But I mean, I went and watched some of the, Ambush, and when I was really young, it was the St. Louis. Oh gosh, what were they called?
It was the Steamers when you were
It's
young.
Steamers, yeah. I went to
Yeah.
a couple of those when I was a kid, but I do want to go check out the St. Louis City at some point.
So
I mean, just so I can say I went, and I mean, I kid about how much I hate soccer, but I got to at least go catch one game there.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
I got
an atmosphere you don't see a whole lot.
St. Louis sport. I mean, I got to support it. We're kind of running out of sports in St. Louis, especially if it's worth a crap.
Yes. So and let's segue right into that since you said that. Not worth a crap. Well, we've already talked about the Blues, not worth a crap at the moment. The Battle Hawks, because the UAFL probably isn't worth much of a crap, although the Battle Hawks are nice to watch play because they do at least win.
They're fun to watch. I don't mind watching the UFL. I don't mind watching it. It's not it's not great football, but I've never went to one. I want to though. I've never went to one of those.
Have you seen the new rules that they're implementing for this year?
Is there something about 4 points for a 60-yarder or something? Is that them?
Yes, the 4 point. So there's a couple of them. There's a 4-point field goal, anything over 60 yards. So if the kick is beyond midfield, is worth 4 points. They now have a no punting zone, which means once the ball crosses or once teams are now prohibited from punting once they cross the 50-yard line.
Wow. Once you cross the 50.
Yes, it is.
So if I'm on the 48-yard line, I have to go for it.
Yes.
Wow. You could be fourth. You could be fourth and fifth. You could be fourth and 25 or
well, so if a team crosses the 50 but is pushed back by a penalty or a sack, they are still not allowed to punt.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is
wow.
As a football guy, what do you think about that?
Man, that means you can't play field position. I mean, that if you got a really good defense, then you won't worry as much, I guess. But if you don't have a good defense and you want to play the field position game and you want to pin them deep and make them have to drive the whole man, that's kind of
well. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see this happen. It is 3rd and 11 from the 48-yard line. The quarterback is just going to take a knee to get to 4th down so they can punt versus risking that short play. I can see the look on your face as a football guy doubting that, but that could happen in that situation. Now, there is an exception. The rule is lifted during the final 2 minutes of each half.
I hate some of the rule changes that bother me. They might as well get rid of kickoff and kickoff return. That's where it's going to end up being.
Yeah, the UFL has officially banned the tush push. So players behind the quarterback are no longer allowed to physically push him forward during a sneak. If they do, it is a 10-yard penalty.
Wow, that's stiff.
The new point after options, the PATs, they have a 1 point is a 33-yard kick. 2 points is so you can get 2 points for basically a 2-point play from the 2-yard line. And then you could get a 3-point PAT from the 8-yard line.
Ooh, the 8? I mean, that's not. So you're backing up 5 yards? and you can get
backing up 6 yards to get an extra point.
Heck, if you're gonna go for 2 anyway, you might as well back it up 5 and go for 3.
Yeah, they've gone to the NCAA rule, only 1 foot inbounds for a completed catch.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. And they say that the NFL has been in discussion of some of these as the UFL is attempting to test them out for the NFL without the NFL having their hands on it and people wringing their hands with the NFL on this one. They have some kickoff adjustments. They move the opponents.
It doesn't surprise me if the NFL. I mean, they are pro offense.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what everyone wants.
So, and then they're going to a best of 3 format in overtime, alternating attempts from the 5-yard line. So it'd be like football's version of PKs. Everybody gets you get a best of 3. You get 1 play from the 5-yard line, alternating. And whoever has, if you score touchdowns, whoever has the most touchdowns out of the 3 win. If it's still tied, it's if it's still tied, it becomes sudden death.
Oh, so interesting. I mean, they are trying to change it up. I mean, that is mix it up and change it up.
It's still, it's of those rules, which one do you think is the most likely to become an NFL, or which one's the most likely to become an NFL rule first?
Man, I don't know. It's going to be a pro offensive one, whichever one it is. It's something pro offense. Man, I don't see him changing the foot rule. It's been 2 foot for a long time. I don't know.
I'm thinking it's either going to be the 4-point field goal or the 1 foot inbounds rule.
I don't know.
One of those two.
They were talking about getting rid of the tush push. Dave said, I hate the tush push.
He is not the only one. There are a lot of people, including some in the NFL, that hate the tush push. And it's ironic because there's really only one team that runs it well.
That's Philly. Yep.
Yep. I don't know why other teams can't seem to figure it out as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't think just a lot of teams don't want their quarterback taking that kind of abuse, getting in there and running it either.
Yeah. So you're correct, but I'm excited to see what the UFL looks like with some of these new rules. So, but, well, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk some Cardinals baseball.
All right, ready? Well, we might have someone else on by then.
Yeah, we'll have somebody else join us, but we will have them join us as soon as we come back from break. So this is the Coach's Box. I'm going to make sure I click the right one.
Yeah,
this is the Coach's Box. Off. Yeah. We will be right back.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this could really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
On average, heating and cooling account for around 40% of your energy bills. Introducing the efficient Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. While other units use considerable energy turning on and off, The Daikin Fit saves energy through consistent comfort control. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. See the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. Check out Elite Collectibles, now with 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. If you've just joined us, we have there's 3 of us here now. If you were here for the first segment, we now have one additional one. If you just joined us, though, you did miss a nice heated discussion, not heated, but a very good discussion about the new the UFL rules, something Zach rules. Zach doesn't like rules, so he wouldn't have been a very good part of that discussion. And
I love rules.
Olympic hockey. And we talked a
Free for
little
all
Olympic
sex
hockey.
class.
Another thing Zach wants nothing to do with. Hockey and rules were the first segment. He skipped out on it, but he's back now for the second segment for his favorite thing in the world, Cardinals baseball.
Baseball. Yep.
Yes. So,
Well, fellas, I mean, 5 games into this spring training have, Cardinals sitting at 3-2. Have y'all watched any of the Cardinals? Oh, wait, it costs money to watch baseball now. No more free Cardinal games.
I can't even use my parents' login for DirecTV in order to watch games like I used to for the last umpteen years.
Right.
So I did listen to them through the MLB app a couple of times on the audio version because you can get that for free.
Yeah.
But looks like there's going to be a lot of KMOX listening again.
I was going to say breakout 104.1 or 1120 AM. I mean, that's probably what's going to wind up happening unless they're on Fox on some Sunday game or ESPN on some random series, maybe with the Cubs or Yankees or something like that. But we'll see. I mean, Jarvis, have you heard anything? Paid any attention at all to the Cardinals?
I have not really paid any attention. I mean, I just know. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they better have JJ Weatherholt on this roster. If they don't, they're stupid. It's all the things we've talked about. This is kind of Jordan Walker's pivotal year, right? I mean, it's his bounce back year and his fourth year at it. Pitching development. Or what are some of these guys going to do, like Richard Fitz and others? And are they gonna have an experimental rotation? Are they going to move away from the rigid 5-day turns? Or are they going to play around with this rotation? What's Lars Nootbaar, or what's his health going to be like? I'm kind of excited about the Church dude. I kind of liked him when they brought him up at the end of the year, and I liked the way he played. And they're sold on Victor Scott, but I kind of like that Church and how way he played. I mean, Mason Wynn's probably one of the faces of your franchise right now. How's Michael McGreevy going to be? I mean, early games, of course, is featured a lot of mix of young talent. I think Burley's looked pretty good from what I've heard. Marmol going to be worth a crap and going to mold these guys. Dave said Gorman went deep today. I mean, let Gorman eat. Just let him play. I don't care if it's lefty pitching. I don't care if it's righty. I don't care if he sucks against the pitcher. He's in the lineup every day. Just leave him the F alone and let him play. I'm tired. I just don't even mess with him. Hey, Gorman, when Gorman shows up, he goes and looks at the lineup card. It has his name on it. I don't care where he bats. Just put him in it. He's in the lineup. And just
could he be – let me ask you this. Could he be a guy that's 25 home runs, 70 RBIs? I mean, even if he's let's just say it's a Schwarber, it's a sub-2 batting average, but he gives you 25 home runs, 75 RBIs. I'm okay with that. I mean,
take it. I think he could have been that the last 3 years, but we just kept yanking him in and out.
Right.
I think he's a 220 hitter, 25 bombs, 70 to 80 RBIs if he's given a full runway to do what he can do.
And just quit jerking him around. Just put him out there. I mean, what's your alternative if you're especially if you're not going to bring up JJ, if you're not going to bring him up, which I could.
Well,
I mean, maybe
I'm going to be there isn't really an alternative to him on the everyday. There just isn't for third base.
You talking about Gorman or you talking about Weatherholt?
Gorman.
Okay.
Gorman. And even Weatherholt. Weatherholt is I think he's going to win the second base job because Gorman's over at third. Right now, through 6 games, through 6 spring training games, Weatherholt leads the team in on base percentage.
He's got 3 walks. Yeah, 3 walks.
3 walks.
2 at bats. But,
and then in that sense, in Gorman with a 3-run bomb today. So I still don't know. I haven't seen or heard enough to necessarily understand where Walker's at with all this situation. I'm with Jason. I like the Church a lot. I saw a lot out of him last year. I wonder if he's just going to be the 5th guy in the outfield on the bench, or if he's going to be the 6th guy that's in quadruple A that keeps going back and forth all year.
Well, okay, so this was brought up. I don't even know what today is. It's been brought up days ago, right? Just and the interesting topic on 101 they talked about Weatherholt was, do you move him to center? Now, I look at it as Victor Scott, Mason Wynn. Those are going already Gold Glove. Could be continued multiple Gold Gloves in a career. If one of them hits, and we're talking can hit maybe 245, 250, and the other one doesn't, but those are 2 linchpins for your defense. That allows you as a pitcher to say, you know what, I'm going to get a lot of ground covered. But they talked about, well, there's so many corner outfielders that if Victor Scott doesn't hit, do you put Weatherholt out in center field just because he's an athlete and everybody else probably can't play that position? So what do you guys think? I mean,
why do we always want to change people's position? Why?
I mean, I think it's the best ability is availability, and you're trying to, again, if you can be multiple and you can get the Tommy Edman, if you can get the Donovan, if you can get the Swiss Army knife, then it allows you to maybe, again, change lineups because of the math and the analytics. But like you said, Jarvis, I would like to see some of these guys, a Jordan Walker. Okay, could he come down and play first base? Could he come down and play third? Is he going to be a corner outfielder? Like, I just stick some of these dudes in a lineup every day in the same spot, lefty, righty, doesn't matter. And then just so that way they know. And then like, again, I think you could probably find 4 to 5 guys that this is our everyday guys, and then go from there.
We've already
I'd
decided.
rather.
Well, go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say, I'm with Zach in a lot of sense. I want to see a lot of guys get some runway for a very long time this year, especially in the field. I'd almost to the point I'd want to see him go with a shorter bench with more arms in the pen, because I don't plan on playing many guys off the bench in all of this rotating lineup stuff. You have a lefty, or a couple of righties, a lefty off the bench, those types of things that can play multiple positions, a Sajasi or something like that can fill some roles for
we
me.
just signed that Arias or whatever.
He still has not played, I don't think. But because pitching's where it's short, use some of these other arms when we're talking about this, because there are some young arms that have shown some promise. We'll get to pitching here in a little bit, but offensively, it should be Gorman at third base for, if they stay healthy, Gorman at third base for 140 games.
Yeah,
I would say Weatherholt at second for 140 plus games, Wynn at 150 games. Burley should be at first for the entire damn year.
Yeah.
Walker and White.
Your infield. Your infield's done.
Who's catching, do you think?
I part of me at this point, if we're going to throw the rest of this lineup out, throw Herrera behind the plate and let him learn.
Okay.
Or he can be the DH, and you got the Crooks. You got Pozo, who lost 30 plus pounds and doesn't look like a slow pitch player anymore.
I saw a thing. I saw a thing with our catchers. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it had who'd you just say? Herrera, and he was leading the catchers, like they were doing all these drills, and Herrera was the one leading, and they were, I'll buy coffee if I don't catch this one or whatever. And they were doing all these different drills and stuff. And it was him and I can't ever say their names, Pajes and Pozo and all them. And they get done or whatever, and Herrera, they were shooting the things out of the gun, and they had the pop-ups, and Herrera's having a great – dude, he's being a leader. It was really good. Like, I think it might have been on TikTok even. But it was a really good 3-minute video of him just being a leader and leading all the catchers, and he drops it. And so he has to buy coffee or whatever. And they dismiss all the catchers and the coach. And it's not Yachty, but they did show Yachty in the video coming out of the field. But anyway, coach brings him over and talks to him and is like, man, the energy you had today and blah, 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 you need to bring this every day. And the leadership you're showing, blah, blah, blah. I think I think they're gonna play him at catcher. I mean, their plan. Now, I think those other two I think they're going to carry 3 catchers. I really do. I think they're going to carry all.
That allows if Herrera's going to be a DH, and then those other guys.
Other guys going to DH too. I think.
Yeah. Does Burley DH? Okay, because I again, could you, if you're going to sit here and give the leash to Gorman, he's a left-handed guy that's supposed to be trying to be a power guy. Burley's kind of in that same vein, right? Who's going to be a backup first baseman, which is why I say, okay, maybe let Herrera be, and then maybe you move Walker down to first base. He's a tall guy. He's
got infield experience.
It's first base. It's not that hard to play first base, is it?
No, the guy, everybody can do it. It's
everybody can do it. Right. No,
the guy that they're talking about is kind of that next person that's in. I think came in was he in the Sonny Gray trade? It was the Blaze Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
A big power hitting guy. I think he came last year in a trade because I think he played a little bit at Memphis during last season. They say he's got tremendous power, and he's shown well in a lot of things this spring so far. So maybe, and he's a right-handed bat off the bench. So maybe he's your right-handed guy that you can go Burley, or he can DH.
That guy that played for Toronto and Chicago and whatever, the one they signed as an outfielder, that's who's he's going to be their right hander off the. I don't forget his name.
I
Big
can't
guy,
find it on here either.
Yeah.
So,
real big dude. He's going to be the right hander off the bench.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Pitching wise, I like what I've seen from the pitching. I think Liberatore has looked pretty good so far this spring in his limited starts. They're saying the guy Takoa Roby, who's coming off of Tommy John, is hitting like 96, 97 regularly out of the pen. So I'm going to be intrigued to see. There's a lot of talent pitching wise. There's just not a lot of proven talent.
And I think that goes to what you said, Kevin, about let's go ahead and just stick with maybe 12 guys, in terms of position players, and then add that extra
14 pitchers.
Yeah, add that extra pitcher. And so you sit here and say, for those guys, listen, we were drafting and we were picking up guys that are throwing in the upper 90s. So go ahead and throw for 2 innings or your 1 inning, 2 inning. It'll get somebody else in terms of that relief type role, right? I mean, Liberatore threw well, but guys, Liberatore's been he's done that. He's hot or cold, who you don't have the Sonny Gray, and I know we talked about how he wasn't really the one. He was probably a 2 or 3 on other rotations, but again, you don't. Who's your leader in the pitching rotation? I mean, Liberatore's probably the ace, and that's just because of us, picking him up. But
you got McGreevy.
Mm-hmm.
McGreevy Palante has he did get a lot of experience last year, and he was up or down as well. There were games he looked
and
really
I think
good.
they said he was hurt.
He's a 5-inning guy,
right?
So,
right, yeah.
They're talking, Kyle Leahy may get some starts this year. But like I said, there's some guys that can show some things. There's just not a lot of proven talent.
Right.
And I think having more arms is better.
Yeah, they like that Richard Fitz or whatever.
He threw 2 shutout innings today in the start.
Now, who's the guy they picked up? Is it a May? The guy that's like $12 million? Is that?
I don't want to say Sean May. That was the guy from UNC, the basketball player.
Right. But I mean, he's not. I don't even see this guy on the roster, so he hasn't even.
He hasn't pitched yet. He hasn't pitched yet.
Yeah. So maybe
they got that Packy Naughton or whatever.
Right.
He's been around. They're talking, Hunter Dobbins. They got in one of the trades. Richard Fitz. They got in one of the trades. There's still Tink Hintz.
He's the name that's got
Dustin May. It's Dustin May.
Yeah. And now he's a starter. Is he a starter? So he's making
a scoreless relief inning on the 24th, and I mean, we're gonna be some of them pitching. They're saying this Richard Fitz is probably going to be in the starting rotation on what I'm reading.
He's going to be the 5th one. Instead of Kyle Leahy, but he'll be the 5th one.
They like that Riley O'Brien, but he's hurt right now. Zach Thompson, he's hurt right now.
Nothing like showing up hurt to your occupation, right? Like, hey, what'd you do all summer, or what'd you do all off season? Apparently not enough because I'm hurt. It's first week.
I mean, a lot of them. Some of them are. I mean, Zach Thompson has had left shoulder surgery. He's on a throwing program. Hunter Dobbins torn right ACL. I mean, Riley O'Brien has a mild right calf strain. That was last year, so I don't know if he's back from that yet or not. I mean, I'm just searching the internet looking at this stuff. So
there's a lot of unproven. I think there's a lot of promise, but they have a lot to prove before they can go otherwise.
Well, and the good thing with young pitching, there's no book out on them at the professional level, so they might be able to sneak by early, maybe through spring to the early summer before there's really kind of a book on it, and then maybe you can steal some games early. But I wish we would have been talking about this 3 years ago, because I think we've got the fatigue. And honestly, if the TV networks and the Cardinals and MLB and all of that, if they would, again, this would be a perfect opportunity to sit here and say, here's a promotion. We know we're going to be bad, but here's a promotion. We're going to give you the first couple months for free, and just say, watch the first couple months. And then if they do something good, then maybe people buy, but it's unproven. Why, again, convince me why I want to spend my money when I didn't have to, I didn't have to with FS1, or didn't have to with FanDuel or whatever the situation. Why am I going to go spend $100 on the season or whatever?
And
right?
I know we're talking about pitching. We kind of glossed over the outfield, but I still think we have too many outfielders. I still think we have a log jam in the outfield. I mean, when Nootbaar gets healthy, we got Walker, Nootbaar, Victor. You got this church guy who I like. I just we added the guy from Toronto, or that played in Toronto, the Cubs, blah blah blah. I don't know. I just feel like we go into every year with all these freaking outfielders, and then you're talking about making Weatherholt an outfielder.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I get frustrated with their outfielder situation. Just give me oh gosh, Dave, don't eat Fermin. Shut up. I can't stand that Fermin. Give me an Ozuna type to play left field or something. Give me somebody that's gonna bop me 35.
Well, and maybe those guys are going to be in a package deal at some point. Although Chris made the point about, no, if they're going to have this lockout situation next year, why would you ever go and spend any money?
Do it. I understand. It's just
well, even aside from that, you talk about the Ozuna type and things. Mm-hmm. St. Louis now has this big hole of sports. The faces of their team. The Blues have it a little bit, but even they've not been well enough. And it's like the ones that are the faces of the team. Bennington hasn't been very good. Parayko hasn't been very good. The other ones you don't know. And then there's no football team with the Battlehawks. You just don't even know who their quarterback, who their players are in the team that's successful. Mm-hmm. Soccer's still very niche with some of them, and they don't even Roman Berkey, their goalkeeper. You could say that, and half of St. Louis wouldn't even know who that is. Mm-hmm. Didn't know. They have this opportunity with this young talent that they have to pick a couple and say Matthew Libator and Mason Wynn and JJ Weatherholt, you are now the new face, and then you plaster their face all over everything that you can get their face on in St. Louis. But now they're not going to be on enough TV screens in order to really pay off on this.
There you go.
And I think that they're missing a massive opportunity to really market themselves where it could soften the blow of the not playing well in the losing.
Yeah.
If you've got these guys that are likable and out in the face.
Yeah, Mason Wynn's a likable kid, man. He's all about St. Louis. And now no one's going to see him play. Who the hell wants to pay that kind of money to watch a shitty baseball team right now?
Just unproven. Maybe, and maybe there's some development.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably going to buy it. I'm a diehard.
There you go. Maybe we can share your password then. Well, your login.
Like I said,
you're chipping in. I'm sharing, boys. I don't share
for years. For years, I've been using my dad didn't even know his DirecTV had a login. So neither did my mother. So, but I'm the one that set it up. So I've been using it. And it's just not going to be the case anymore. So it's like, I got to figure out.
DirecTV, my son uses it at college. I got my DirecTV. My son uses it. My sister-in-law uses my DirecTV at their house. My DirecTV is getting pulled out.
Used and abused. Could they be? Let me ask you this. I go back to Moneyball, and I go back to before Moneyball, where they were all young, they were all cost control, And then you had Jambi, you had Damon, that they had to go. You had Isringhausen, that they were past the rookie deal, but you still had this core group of guys. Do you see these guys having that type of a talent? Now, maybe not the pitching staff, because man, the three pitchers were pretty lights out, and I just don't know if we see that. But could Mason Wynn be the Tejada? Do you have somebody that's the Chavez? Do you have somebody that's the Eric Burns type, or do you have any of those guys that could go out and be like, oh man, like this could be a core that's going to go score runs?
I don't know that we know that, because they haven't been given that opportunity to be that.
Right.
Those guys were all the way they were because they were in there every day and they learned and they developed. They were bad for a couple of years and they weren't very good. And then they got better because they learned while playing.
Yeah.
And if you get yanked and you guys know this as basketball coaches, if you have a kid that every time they makes a mistake, it gets yanked off the floor, they don't really get a chance to learn and grow. And you kind of have to let them be out there and make mistakes, and be bad and learn from it and support them. And they're just not doing that right now.
This would be the year, because there's zero expectation. Like, this would be the year to sit here and say that we're going to make the decision on Walker. We're going to make the decision on Gorman. We're going to give you 400, 500 bats as long as you're staying healthy, and then what you get to do, if there is a lockout, then you get to kind of regroup, think about what you want to do once the lockout ends, and then move your puzzle pieces there. I mean, but like Jarvis has said, and you guys have said over the years, you have to play them, and you just have to roll with them. You really do.
I mean, we're in complete rebuild right now. I mean, it's complete rebuild. So just play their asses. Quit. We're done with Mozeliak. Play them.
And Jason makes the key point there. There's a huge transition period right now, and the Mozeliak period is over, where it's been kind of this half-assed rebuild where you're still keeping guys around.
We're going to kind of win.
We're going to reload and whatever. And it's now Chaim Bloom is like, hey, we're just tearing this thing down and we're going to start it from scratch and we're going to build, and it's going to take us a couple of years, and we need you to be patient with us. There's more transparency coming out of that front office now than there has been in years.
Yes.
So it's really refreshing to hear that, and I'm more apt to believe it now. But it's still a show me type of thing where I want to see something out of it. Is it really going to stay that way?
Yeah.
And if they can keep this core together.
Damn it. Show me.
Yes.
So I heard this.
Tennessee yesterday.
So I heard this because they were talking about making their list of what fans want out of going to the Cardinals game. And they said winning was like number 5 or number 6 on the list, right? They wanted the experience. They wanted, prices in terms of what
fans are they interviewing.
Okay. So my question to you guys is, where is winning on your priority list for your dollar to spend?
It's number one.
I want to say it's high, but I'd rather see a plan to win means something more to me than just actually. If I wanted to actually win, I just would have been a Patriots fan through most of the 2020 or the 2000s.
Right.
But I want to see what the plan is in that they're moving forward. And this is why I'm really more excited about this year than I ever was than with some other years in this. Winning is important, but I like the fact that they now have a plan to win, even if it is 3 years down the road. I'm going to get a chance to get to know some of these guys and be attached to them and become fans of them more so than just being pissed off at Arenado because he can't do anything.
Right. And that's what.
All right, Jason.
Go ahead.
Say what you're going to say.
You play to win the game. It's about winning. guess what? I can have all the fun in the world. I can take my kid wherever to all this other BS. I go to a baseball game to watch the fireworks go off at the end because we just kicked somebody's ass. I don't care about we got a plan. Well, you definitely have a plan. If you're winning the baseball game, there's a plan.
Right.
That plan is the win. The winning is what the Yankees, what do they plan to win? The Dodgers, what is their plan? Their plan is to win. You play to win the game. We're not here. This is not the St. YMCA ball. This ain't your rec basketball league you're running that everyone gets to play. This is we are playing to win the game. Winning is number one. Number one. Uno, dos, tres, number one. Uno.
Well,
I mean, if I'm going to go to a game, I can tell you right now, I didn't get to go to the 1982 World Series game, but some other people I know did. Right, Dave? And they won. That would not be memorable if they went to the 82 World Series game and the Cardinals would have lost. Who would even want to talk about that? That would suck. They won.
Yeah. And you talk about that. So Ethan and I the other day, we were talking and he just out of the clear blue. I wish I would have been born earlier or had a chance to live through your era of Cardinals baseball. He's like, I was hoping back in like 19, things would have been great. I didn't realize they were just going to be so bad for so long. And I go, yeah, man. I said, that's the thing is that, our formative years, so to speak, they were fun to watch and they had good guys and they had, Hall of Fame dudes all over the place. I mean, it's MV3 and arguably the best player of our generation and best fans in baseball, right? Like this, you're losing this generation. And Chris has said it multiple times. You're losing a generation of St. Louis fans. And like, it's 2026. They can go take their money and go elsewhere and find entertainment elsewhere. Or apparently this new generation just stays at home and doom scrolls. That's apparently the new thing now.
Stays at home and what?
Doom scrolls. Where they just stay on their phone all day and just scroll. That's whatever this generation does, right? Yeah.
This generation sucks. Why would you stay at home and just play on your phone? Dave has seen the last 3 World Series winning games.
Man, good for him.
Well, you're a lucky duck.
I just why is one jughead not offering the other jughead to go?
I don't get it. Because I'm the third of 3 jugheads. I'm the spoiled one. I'm the baby. I'm mama's prize possession. You just asked my 2 older brothers.
So the 2 older brothers, they get to go to the World Series, but you don't.
Are they wrong?
Well, no.
You get the inheritance. That's what I'm hearing. That's all
Mama
I'm
does
hearing.
love me, but no. I get what you're saying, Kevin. But I mean, winning. I mean, it's no fun if you don't win.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just when you say winning, it's like in baseball, it's impossible to win all the time. It's impossible.
Well, yeah, it's 162 games.
Yes. So unlike in football where you can win 90% of your games, a team conceivably could go 16-1 on the season or however many damn regular season games they have now.
I won a crap ton of football games as a football player in high school. I was very lucky. I went to the Final Four my junior and senior year. I didn't get to the game though. I didn't get to that game. Mm-hmm. And but I was blessed to play in the Final Four for 2 years. One game away. If we win one more game, I would have had to block Grant Lindstrom. Well, I would have tried to block. He would have lined up to me and I lined up next, in front of me, and I would have been mincemeat. He would have probably given me a forearm shiver and knocked me on my butt so fast. But I mean, to me, winning's everything when I'm playing a sport, coaching a sport. Now,
Competing, right? It's competing,
I don't even like to lose to my kids.
right?
I mean, even Weston, we play a board game. I don't want them to win.
Got to earn it.
I mean, but I let them win sometimes. My wife lets him win all the time. I'm like, babe, he's got to lose. He has to lose once in a while. You got to build some character here. He's got to lose once in a while. But no, and I get it. Mosaic has turned. I haven't been to a Cardinal game. I don't know. It may be 5 years now or something. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been. You know what? I say that, and it's been. I went to the Cardinal game because Jill was the St. Louis Post-Dispatch athlete. I went then, and I went when Dylan was. But the only reason why I went is I got a free ticket. I didn't go.
Zach said a word that really it was better described what I was trying to say other than playing. I want to see compete, which generally means they're trying to win at some point.
Yes,
There's times in the last few years that the Cardinals didn't even compete in those situations. I can think back. It was a suck to be a Mizzou fan during the Kim Anderson years because they didn't even compete half the time. They just got blown out of the water.
He lost that whole locker room.
I think this Cardinals team more than any other, because you have a lot of unproven guys that are probably trying to prove themselves, will compete a little bit better than they have in the last few years. So I think that's what I'm excited to see.
They're going to be young and dumb and know nothing else but to compete, right? I mean, and a lot of them are going to be fighting for their professional lives. I mean, Victor Scott, just to give an example, that dude's fighting for his professional life. I'm not saying he may move on from here if he doesn't succeed here. He's going to move on somewhere else. But I mean, he's fighting to stay in the major leagues.
You're fighting for a starting spot to solidify your name in MLB. Right?
And I really like him. He was the one that talked at. I think he talked at Dylan's when Dylan was the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, whatever. Or it may have been I think it was Dylan. He was really good. He told his story of how he got to where he was, and it made me really admire him a lot more. He's a good dude, and he's evidently a very good rapper. By the way,
I've heard, yes,
he's a very good rapper. He's really good with words and stuff, but his work ethic is something that all the other players really admire him. Like, I hope he can hit, because I think he defensively reminds me a lot of Harrison Bader. And if he could just hit about what Harrison Bader can do, I can live with that in center field with the way he plays defense.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't even care if he hits. Does he get on base? Learn to take walks. Learn to bunt. You know what I mean? Yes,
if you can bet 250 and get on base,
right,
and play center field like he does, you can live with that. We don't have to. I am not big on converting these people to position, like the whole Jordan Walker's an infielder, really. I mean, he probably would be a good first baseman. I'm with you on that whole idea. He's a big target. Him at first base, he would probably be a good first baseman. If he was worth the crap at third, he probably could be a decent first baseman. But Burleson
Burley wasn't a bad outfielder to begin with.
He just has
Chris Duncan ever was.
Right. Well, he just has DH. He has DH written all over to me. Right. You know, and again, I get it. Burley. Like, he just has DH. Just your left-handed power guy. Like, who would you, if both things are the same, who would be the better first base option? A 6'5" guy, you know what I mean, or a 5'11" guy? And I look at Walker as he probably could learn to play it, He probably would save more runs. It's gonna help him because again, playing first base, it is it difficult, yeah, but it's still not as difficult as what he's been doing in the outfield, right? It saves some legs. Maybe that helps him mentally at the dish. And again, put the guys in place to succeed. I don't think Mo did that.
I didn't realize Burleson's only 6 foot tall.
I'd have to look it up, but I mean, he's
I looked it up. I fact checked you, bro.
There you go.
When you said that, I was like, I'm looking. He pulled this out of his butt, or does he know? He's 6 foot, 225 pounds.
Yeah,
I wish I'm the 6 foot. I wish I was the 225.
Me too, right? But that's I don't think Mo put guys in a place to succeed, and so I think for us as fans, we're just looking at it and we feel bad for the guys because it's like they haven't, and that's got to be Ollie too. I mean, that's still on him. He's the manager, right? Like, what did you do to help these guys out physically? What did you do to help these guys out mentally? And I don't know what they've done.
Well, first thing, the last manager that tried to go against the front office in previous years got fired on the spot.
Right.
In Mike Schilt.
Right.
2, I don't know that you can actually at this point move Walker again because they made a big deal about moving him to the outfield. And then when he didn't hit, they sent him back to the minor leagues. Mm-hmm. And now you're going to go back to him and say, hey, we're going to try something different with you again. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to move him, you might as well move him to another team and let them do it. They'd be more likely to get something out of that.
Right.
I think at this point, if he's going to be a player for the Cardinals, he's going to be in the outfield.
Right.
I agree, Kevin. You're usually the most logical one here. You're probably right on this one. And I think part of Walker's problem too is they were really messing with his swing a lot. And I think they just need to let him eat. And if he's going to hit, he's going to hit. And if he's not, and we've talked about this on here. He might be that guy that moves away from us and he goes somewhere else and probably succeeds. I hope not. I hope he succeeds with us, but I'm afraid we may have screwed him all up.
Yeah.
And you know what? As much as I diss Marmol, he may be an okay manager. I don't know that he was able to manage like he really wanted to with what he had.
I've been saying that for years. We have no idea what kind of – I want to see if he really is the manager that people think he is.
I'm wondering if he was strapped with what he could do.
Okay, in terms of what though? Because you put the everyday lineup up, and then you're managing the bullpen. I don't think he does a good job with that. Like that. So again,
you don't know if he was allowed to manage the bullpen, or if he was told, "Hey, like what Billy Beane would do. Right. I want this guy then, this guy then, this guy then."
Right. Well,
I'm talking. I don't even know that he wasn't said, "You're playing this guy."
Mm-hmm.
And this guy and this guy. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. After a year or two, so I don't know. I get first year coach. There's only X amount of major league. I'm going to sit here and say I'm running the team the way I want to. I'm going to do the Art Howe. I'm going to do I'm going to run the team I see fit. And then if you don't like it, fire me and I'll find another job elsewhere. Right. There's some integrity to this about who you are as a coach. So I'm gonna counterpoint, Kevin, when you make that comment. So if he's not man enough to sit here and say I'm going to run it the way I want to, and if you don't like the way I do it, find somebody else, then I have a problem with that because that's the professional level. There's no worried about tenure, right? With him, he can go find another job. He's made money. He can go get another job someplace else in another organization.
I mean, he's not like us.
He's not like us, right? Like have some integrity for you as the coach and to say, this is how I want to do things. Or if he's like, okay, I'm going to be the yes man, then that shows me who he is. And maybe he doesn't have a clue, because we would, again, rolling out the same dudes like Matheny did. Matheny ran the same dudes out and wound up biting him in the butt, right? And so I don't know. I see. I'm just making a counterpoint to your argument.
I get that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
being a major league manager is better than not being a major league manager.
I got to put my pillow. I got to put my head on the pillow at night and be like, I got to be excited to go to work. What's that?
I gotta put my head on a pillow and collect my multi-million-dollar paycheck to do this. And I'm just as a counterpoint. It's better to be employed than to be fired.
Hey,
yeah.
Expert right there talking about it. Yes.
I mean, it's better not to be told that there needs to be a new voice. So I mean,
Yeah. So
I get it.
Well, we need to take a break. Yeah,
been there.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come right back for our third segment.
I can't wait for
Sit
this.
tight.
College basketball.
I'm an action hero, and like in every epic chase scene, there's no way I'm getting away without hitting a fire hydrant. Or driving through a fruit stand. 1, 2. Looking good. Road closed? Not today. Get Allstate, because mayhem is everywhere.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
It's Between Takes with Daikin and Dave Mars.
Good. All right, next set up.
Hey, Dave, we got another question about energy savings. And this is a good one.
Yeah, efficiency is so important.
Didn't you just talk with Daikin about this?
They said energy efficiency is the key to a happy marriage. She gets the temperature, I get the savings.
Good to know. I'll tell them to check with their local Daikin dealer.
All right, back for one.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. Check out Elite Collectibles, now at 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Coach's Box. And I think it's a little time to talk about some college basketball and this wonderful tournament coming up. Used to be 64 teams. Now it's 68 teams. Heck, it might be 84 teams before they're all done with it at some point. We'll talk. I want to talk a little bit about the bubble. All right. And there's one team I want to talk about specifically that irks me, that these guys keep talking about, that they think should be in the tournament. and it's not who you think I'm going to talk about. Why do they think the Auburn Tigers deserve to be in this tournament? They are 15-13. 15-13. They just had another horrible loss, and they've been ranked above the Missouri Tigers. And what in the heck? Why? What is the fascination with the Auburn Tigers?
Lenardi has them as a 10 seed.
Now, was that before last night?
It's right now. It's 2020. Yep, so it was yesterday during the day, I guess, because it was from February 24th. But and they've got Mizzou as an 11 seed in a play-in game against Santa Clara.
Sounds about right for Mizzou. That's a Mizzou thing.
Auburn what is Auburn's resume?
Mizzou beats Vanderbilt. Mizzou's 3-1 at home against Quad 1. I mean, we've beat several ranked teams. Our record against ranked teams, Mizzou's. And the only reason why I brought up Auburn is I look at their record. They have 15 wins.
Well, they beat six, and you asked the question.
6-8 in the SEC.
6-8, including wins against a ranked Florida, including wins against a ranked Arkansas. That's it.
We beat a ranked Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We beat a ranked Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
We just beat a ranked Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
A 1 point loss to number 1 Houston at the time, way back in November. I mean, you're talking turbo clocked by Michigan. You had another turbo. Oh, they beat a ranked St. John's in a tournament. I mean, I don't know. Money, because it's Auburn. Because somehow, some way, people in the SEC land have to make Auburn relevant somehow. They have to make Alabama schools relevant somehow. I don't know.
They are 1-6 in February.
We beat Florida. We beat Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Their only win in February is a 1-point win over Kentucky.
Oklahoma was ranked when we beat Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
didn't they just beat Tennessee? Wasn't Tennessee ranked?
Yes, they're ranked
22, I think. Yeah.
Vanderbilt was ranked 19th when we beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's got to be money. It's got to be money, man. It's got to be.
It doesn't have flaws, but right. I'm saying,
and the flaw is probably that fans don't travel. Like, let's be honest. Everything comes back to money, and people down in the South are probably like, "Hey, Auburn's going to travel well." You know, Auburn in the last few years have been really good, and so.
And we beat Auburn. We beat Auburn by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that all the difference between Mizzou's resume and Auburn's resume is the non-conference. Auburn's non-conference with Purdue, in Arizona, NC State, Oregon, Michigan, St. John's, Houston. That's a pretty good non-conference slate. Now, they weren't very successful in it, but Mizzou's non-conference slate isn't near that.
Right. Say 15-13. They too good. You know, had won too many ball games. Yeah, I mean, it'll be just the fact that. Go ahead.
And they're 6-9 in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, Missouri's 9-6 in the conference. They're We're 19-9 overall. They're 15-13 overall. I mean, I just don't. That's one team that I just don't understand. And I mean, I'm sure there's others if I would go through. And I love SLU. And I love that they've had a great season. But all these people saying they've just whooped Missouri, I hope that they come back down to earth now after the way that SLU's played the last couple games.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at Mizzou is the lengthiest team in the SEC. One of the, I think they're in the top 3 lengthiest teams in the nation. And I know that includes Burns, but Burns has played really well the last 5 or 6 games. And I know I'm not a Burns fan, but he has played well. The last few games, he has really contributed. And I think Mizzou blows SLU out. Maybe not blows them out, but I think they beat SLU. And
SLU sitting as a 6 in Lenardi's bracket.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised with that.
That was during the day yesterday. So
I just with the butt whooping that I think it was Dayton gave them. You know, they
lose to Rhode Island,
right? And or maybe it was whatever their last loss was. I think.
Well, they lost to Dayton was their last.
The Dayton one. Are they running out of steam? You know, because you talk about nobody on their non-con. I mean, it was Stanford was their loss, and Stanford's another 500 team,
and they play in a conference that,
right?
Yeah, I mean,
outside of George, was it George Washington? I think it was Washington that's 20+ game winner, right? I mean, the A10 or whatever. Yeah, good story. Maybe they get in. Go ahead.
Both those losses, the SLU's going to get in. I don't know. I think they're going to win their last 2. I think they'll do well in the A10 tournament. Both those losses were on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Dayton's not a bad team,
right.
So it's not a horrible. The Rhode Island loss is horrible.
I think they smoked Dayton the first time.
Yes, I believe so. They beat Dayton 102-71 at the end of January.
Yeah, I mean they smoked them in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so as of yesterday, Lenardi still had them as a 6 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean they're a dangerous team. Like nobody wants to play them.
Yeah,
because if their guards are hitting shots. And if they're if they're hot from the 3, I mean, and if they play defense like they can, I mean, they're a tough matchup. You look at the number 1 seeds that are projected. I mean, you got Duke, Arizona, probably. Some of the projections I've looked at. I mean. The one I'm looking at right now has Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Lenardi has UConn instead of Iowa State.
Okay. And I can see that. I think one of the dangerous teams is Kansas. If their stud plays, such a weird situation going on with that guy. You guys know who I'm talking about? Is it Peterson?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is because he hasn't played enough for me to remember what his name is.
I think it's Peterson.
But if you're an NBA team and you've got a guy that's already worried about load management in college,
Darren
back-to-backs,
that's a weird situation. Like. They showed it like there was a team huddle, and he wasn't even in the team huddle on the court one time. I don't know. I think BYU is a dangerous team, but they're up and down. College basketball's been exciting. I've enjoyed watching it this year.
Yeah,
I've watched more college basketball than probably anything all year.
Yeah, I've been able to watch a lot of Mizzou this year. I've watched a little bit of a couple of Duke games. I like Duke a lot.
I hate Duke, but I like watching Duke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like how Duke plays the game.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw Zach some love on that one.
Let's go, Duke. Let's go.
Yeah. Boozer is one of my favorite new college basketball players.
I do like Boozer. And that's why but I don't like Duke.
You bring and it just goes because we talk about the transfer portal and the this and the NIL and all. Are we ever going to see again kids stay at a school for 3+ years, and we get these rivalry games that I think it was. I'm trying to remember. It might have been Duke, North Carolina. There was a rivalry game. I think it was Duke, North Carolina, where only one guy returned. One guy had played in the rivalry game last year. And it's like, how is that? I don't know. How is that meaningful? Because all it is it's professional sports with the college tag.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Everything is
like
everything in life is cyclical.
Right.
And at some point, this has to bounce back in the other way when the pendulum swings to a certain point. It's just a matter of when is that going to happen. And I don't know. I think the days of somebody staying 3 and 4 years are gone. I think at some point the pendulum swings back where maybe you might get a guy 2 years and then you get a single transfer. Maybe I don't know. I think at some point we're going to see the 4 schools in 4 years or the 9-year player like the football player at Montana.
I'm anxious to see, like, okay, so like the Mizzou game the other night, T.O. Barrett has a great game. Okay. Mizzou has one of the highest ranking classes coming in.
Number 1. Yeah.
And they got a lot of guards coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Atkinson kid from Webster Groves. You got the Crow kid coming in. Well, you got 2 good guards already at Mizzou, and Robinson, and now Barrett has come on like big time since he's inserted Barrett in the lineup. I think Mizzou's offense has been 100 times better with Barrett running the point than Robinson. And then Barrett has a coming out party in this last game. I mean, 28 points, that steal and that dunk. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's going to dunk. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Where he got blocked or whatever?
No, when they throw the...
No, he actually threw it down. Yeah.
Yeah, they throw...
Okay, maybe it was different.
Yeah. Who they just beat? I'm losing
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee throws it like on their end, throws a long outlet, and it like totally misses everyone. And T.O. Barrett runs it down. Well, he's got Tennessee guys coming. Guy gets in front of him, and T.O. runs it down, grabs it, and it doesn't look like he's going to dunk. You think he's going to just lay it up, and he rises up, and he just freaking hammers it down, man. And, like, he goes up, and you think he's going to lay it in, and then all of a sudden he just goes, yak. And I'm just like, is he even going to be on the Tigers team next year? You know?
See, I think Barrett's the one that stays. I think Robinson's the one that probably
and that's what I worry about. I don't want Robinson to leave either, but I think Robinson might. But that's the thing about Gates. Gates has a great relationship with these kids, but like you say,
playing time.
It's all about playing time.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave said Robinson will transfer next year. He might. I don't know that Robinson's going to get in a better situation. And that's what sucks about this whole – I think they got to do something about how many times these people are transferring.
Yeah. But that's what I said. I think the pendulum swings back in another direction at some point. It's just a matter of when and how far.
It's just out of control. And I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of other teams. It'll be anxious out. Like, how many SEC teams are going to make it?
Mm-hmm.
How many,
Right. I just wish there wasn't as many teams in the tournament. I think it's too watered down.
What, 64?
They added 4 teams. It's not like they went from 64 teams. Which
I think that's way too many.
You think
64 is too many?
Me personally, yeah. I could care less about
64 forever.
I know I disagree with it. Unless you're gonna put the top 64 teams in, it's okay. So I'm sorry. Like, does SLU legitimately have an argument of winning a national title? Not an A10, a national title. Probably not. So go play in the NIT, go play somewhere else. Give me the best. You guys always say in football, give me the best teams.
You're telling me they're not
teams.
they're ranked in the top 25. How can they not be in the best?
Okay, fine. Somebody
Are they not ranked in
that's
the
fine.
top 25?
Anymore after
Yes,
the loss?
23.
They are
23.
Okay,
So
so
how the hell
something.
can you bring them up? You can't
Okay,
even bring
sorry.
them up. It's a
Sorry.
terrible example.
Give me fine. Whoever's going to wind up winning some conference tournament.
Bring up Mizzou. They're not ranked.
Okay, if Mizzou doesn't win the SEC tournament, are they one of the top teams?
They're in the top 64, no doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, here's what I will say is I legitimately only think that there's probably 8 teams in the country that could win a national title in basketball. So do you just have a tournament of just 8 teams? The other ones are just like they'll win a couple of games and you make a run, but they're going to lose to one of those 8 teams eventually.
It kind of goes back to the football about putting the best teams in and having the best chance for the best teams.
But in football, you play precisely 12 games versus 25 or 26 in basketball.
Here's what I don't like. I guess here's what I don't like is the fact that literally they play 20 some odd games, close to 30 games. And you throw that out the window and you could win 2-3 games in your conference tournament and you're an automatic bid to play for a national title. So you could be 3-30 and you're going to go qualify. Like that, it just negates what you've done since November. I personally don't like that.
Listen, if they get rid of conference championship games in football, I'm fine with getting rid of conference tournament ties in basketball. Get rid of all the conference championships. Regular season conference champion is the qualifier. Just go with it that way. Well, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I could live with that.
Kevin, you said 8 teams, right?
Without looking at it.
Is that what you said?
This wasn't like 91 wins. I'm talking like this is like I think there's like around 8 teams that could win.
I'm just asking you, did you say maybe we should make it just an 8-team thing, right?
Yes. Yes, right. I said that. Maybe if it's just 18.
The question and see if you guys, what do you think the lowest seed to ever win is?
I'm sure they're probably NC State when they got in back in 80, whatever it was with Jimmy V, they probably were a double-digit seed.
Well, I searched it. As long as Google is not telling me wrong.
Yeah, Dave, you were correct.
In 1985, the lowest seed to win it was a number 8 seed. In 1985, Villanova was the 8th seed, and they won the men's title.
So the last seeded team in an 18 tournament won the national title.
There you go. Yeah,
that's why I said Kevin said 8.
So hold on to. So we'll say this because we also say I'm just going to throw this out there: is what's the lowest seeded team to make the Final Four?
Okay, so it has that on the same search.
Well, you're probably going.
I'm talking to my best friend Gemini over here. So
the lowest seed to reach the Final Four in men was the number 11 seed.
Was that like
1986 LSU, 206 George Mason, 2011 VCU, 2018 Loyola Chicago, 2021 UCLA, and 2024 NC State.
Now, I will say this. A smaller tournament in the women's game is probably more indicative because the lowest seed to ever make the Final Four is a 9 seed in the women's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
There's just not much parity at that one. So,
no.
but let's think about this, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
An 8-team tournament,
right,
doesn't make the near amount of money that a 68
Well, and that's what your brother had said, and I get it. I don't want I don't want
And
the
an 18
playing game.
18 bracket is boring as hell.
Well,
I don't,
there's no way for
more
CBS
money
to
on
have
a
4 straight
68
days
team.
of basketball.
Well, the Thursday, Friday,
for 8.
right? Hey, it's the number one day for men to get vasectomies, right? You know, that's they sit at home with the peas, frozen peas, and watching basketball.
Peas on the ball.
But give me the good teams. Like just in football, you say the same thing in football. I want to see the same thing. I don't want somebody from the Big Sky Conference that just got lucky in the tournament. Give me a Power 4 team that might be 9-6 or whatever in conference play. Other than that team. Now, you could argue and say, but basketball, you only need 5 guys, and football, you need 11 guys or 22 guys because offense and defense. And we have all these upsets. I get all that. But to me, it just you negate what you did literally since November. Like, what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah.
I always hate Zach's arguments all the time.
He makes somewhat logical arguments, but they're always from the brain, not from the heart. And as
a
fan,
hashtag realist. Hashtag realist.
Yes. As a fan, if you wanted to see a smaller tournament of nothing but teams that had a chance to win the national title, just watch the SEC tournament and don't turn on the rest of it.
Here you go, right?
I'll say that when Jim's not here.
Yeah.
So
you say for football, yeah, we'll just watch that.
No, whatever. Do it for basketball too. I'm okay.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. So, well, guys,
man, it's been 64 forever. Then they added these stupid play-in bull crap. Which, I mean, they're just appeasing people by that.
Yeah, it's money. It's just a way to get more
and there's
money.
even less conferences now. Conferences keep floundering. So,
well, yeah, because Flu's trying. Hey, wait a minute before we go, Kevin. I know you guys got bedtimes and stuff.
You must have off tomorrow.
What? No, I got to go to work. I got a game. We're playing Pacific.
Prep first period.
No, I wish. No, I don't want prep first period. I got a 7 hour. It's the best prep ever. So, dang, you guys killed me.
SLU conference. SLU
like,
conference.
What?
You know,
yeah,
SLU. The ADD.
Do you? Yeah, I don't have it as bad as someone else I know who's not here. Who's not here? But SLU. Do they need to get out of their conference?
Probably not.
Have they been dominating that conference for a decade plus? No. Stay in the conference.
Yeah, stay in the conference.
And what I was
Schertz isn't even staying. He'll move
are they
on.
Be able to keep their coach?
No.
No. A week ago, I was going to say no. If they have another couple more losses and a bad outing in the tournament, I think he stays.
They're currently 25-2. Right. Someone like Iowa State, when they lose their coach,
no, they got 3 losses.
Shot. Yeah, three losses. Sorry.
I think if they have a couple more losses and don't play well in the tournament, I think he's there for at least one more year. And then if he has back-to-back good years, then that tells me if I'm an AD, one, he can recruit multiple years, and then he can have some he can sustain it a little bit. And then if I'm a Power 4 school that's low, then I pull the trigger if he wants to go. Right? Give me some crap Power 4 team. Ole Miss or some whoever. I don't know. Whoever.
I'm watching Ole Miss beating LSU right now, and I cannot stand LSU's coach. I hate his mannerisms. I can't stand the way he walks. You know who I'm talking about? LSU's coach. Well, if you saw him, you wouldn't like him either. I don't like him. But anyway.
So
I wonder how many people say that about me. But anyway.
Schertz may end up at the talk is Schertz may be one of the lead candidates for the K-State job next year.
Well,
so
there you go. Yeah,
He gone.
that's kind of up what you were saying there. So,
Mhm.
guys, do you have anything else you want to add? Zach, you have exactly 8 seconds to say something about the
Hey,
Olympics.
we didn't say anything about districts, but
districts tomorrow.
Going to win a game. They won one, right?
They did. Yeah. Hopefully they win in tomorrow. It's
Who they got
Jefferson.
tomorrow?
Us. The Blue Jays.
Oh, well, no. Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Jefferson. Blue Jays.
Jefferson's winning by. If I predict Jefferson by 40.
There we go.
Pius has won 5 straight.
I don't care if Pius has won 10 straight. Jefferson is winning that game by 40.
All right. Clip
No
that.
offense. Hey, no offense to the 10 either.
So, but all right. Well, we'll see.
I'll
When
be
you
on the
guys are
bench.
next
That's why
week-
I'm not talking.
You're sitting on the bench going like this.
calling timeouts. Yes.
Oh, you at the end?
No.
All right. So then, Zach, I'll ask for your about Chris and Jason's opening district game next Tuesday against Cardinal Ritter.
What I just said about R7.
Well, Jason, I'm going to ask, how did you enjoy your first year working with Chris? That's what I would say.
There was a few games where I walked down to the end of the bench and went like this.
Now you knew why I sat down there.
No,
right?
I mean,
no, I'm just playing.
It's got to be off the air.
No,
I enjoyed myself. I mean, you just got to know how to take Chris sometimes.
Hey, I enjoyed it, man. I really did.
I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot of things I wish I would have known about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
just some things that I could have used that would have helped me, but some things if I ever get another head coaching job that'll help me.
Yeah,
yep,
for sure.
It's been fun. I wish I would have got a little more. I wish Trimmer could have been around a little more. I mean, the little bit of texting and stuff that I've gotten with Trimmer has been cool. But no, coaching with Chris has been fun. He's high strung. Gosh, dang. I mean, and the one-liners and the things he says and the way kids take it sometimes, it's just, and
Again, wait for that live button to drop. Wait for Kevin.
Well, I mean, he just says some things sometimes, and you're just like, okay,
all right, moving on to Cincinnati.
Yeah. Well, and the kids, I mean, kids, they take it well. I mean, and I mean, he's doing a great job. He got a lot of things we're working on there at Fox, and just a lot of things we're trying to change, and we've made some strides lately. We've kind of dipped back into some of those old habits, and we've played some formidable opponents in Troy, and then we had Festus last night, and Dan Johnson, he runs a good program. They could shoot lights out, and when they're on, they're on. I mean, last night they were on, and but I mean, we've made some strides, and hopefully next year we'll make some more. And as long as they'll have me, and I don't get a job somewhere else, I'll plan on sticking it out with them and crossing my hands sometimes.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, it was another good show. Hopefully everybody will be back next time we're together.
Yeah, hopefully we get, I mean, Jim, that part-timer, hopefully we'll get him here.
So he's working. He's doing his thing down in Oklahoma City, and we'll see everybody then. So, Jason, good luck in districts next week. Zach, I hope tomorrow's a good game. That's what I'll say.
It'd been nice if, we didn't have to drive an hour. Both schools didn't have to drive an hour for 3 minutes away.
Where are you guys playing at?
Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. So,
I already heard.
yeah. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll see you next time. This has been the Coach's Box. Call It Like We See It podcast. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
This episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.